Imagine you wake up tomorrow and the internet is gone. Not just your Wi-Fi being spotty, not just your phone having no service, everything, the entire global network, vanished in an instant. No Google Maps means every street corner is a choice based on memory alone. No online banking means the money in your account is just a number on a dead screen. No food deliveries, no emails, no digital locks on your apartment building, just silence. A profound, unsettling digital silence. But here's the part no one ever considers. It's not the first hour that truly matters. It's the next 72. That's the window. That's how long it takes for the physical world to remember it was built on a digital ghost. Think about this. In 2023, a small island nation lost all internet access for just 2 days. A single, vulnerable undersea cable had been accidentally severed by a ship's anchor. By hour 6, every local ATM was empty. The cash was gone. By hour 12, hospitals were scrambling, switching to outdated backup systems just to keep the lights on and the records straight.
And by hour 48, food distribution ground to a halt. Not because there was no food, but because no one could process a payment. The trucks were full, but the credit card readers were useless. That was one cable, one country, 2 days of cascading failure. Now, multiply that chaos across every continent. And this time, it's not an accident, it's by design. In the first 24 hours of a global blackout, the confusion is manageable. It feels temporary. People assume it's a glitch. They restart their routers. They refresh their browsers. They try to reboot the world, not realizing the world has already been shut down. But the internet isn't just the web. It's the invisible spine of our civilization. The central nervous system connecting the bank to the grocery store, the hospital to the pharmacy, the airport tower to the plane in the sky. Without it, digital clocks still tick forward, but the systems have stopped speaking to each other. Planes can still fly, but their navigation updates freeze midair. Hospitals can still operate, but a critical lab result can't be transmitted from one floor to the next.
Food is still on the shelves. It just can't be purchased. And somewhere around that 12-hour mark, the first real problem begins: trust. It collapses faster than the network ever could. The headlines, if they can even be broadcast, won't say global internet blackout. They'll be smaller, more localized. Widespread payment outages, massive ATM malfunctions, unprecedented airport delays. The truth hides in 1,000 small malfunctions that nobody connects until it's far too late. Governments scramble, trying to route emergency traffic through the few overloaded satellites. Tech giants race to spin up offline backups that were never designed for this scale of failure. But the speed of panic will always outrun the speed of code. And while a handful of engineers in rooms lit by backup generators work desperately to restore the network, everyone else starts working on something else entirely: survival. Not in the woods, but in the cities. The realization that your key card won't open the door, that your digital wallet is empty, that the only things of value are the things you can physically hold. The world hasn't ended, it's just been reset to a time we no longer remember how to live in. And in that silence, a new currency takes hold: what you know, who you trust, and what you're willing to do to see hour 73.
By the second day, disbelief hardens into calculation. Businesses realize they can't process payroll. The card readers at every store have gone silent. Delivery trucks sit idle in their lots because no one can verify drop locations. Suddenly, the world rediscovers cash, except no one has any. In apartments and offices, people start printing out old maps, trying to remember a world drawn on paper. Hospitals revert to a forgotten era of hand-written charts. Journalists cut off from their websites and feeds rediscover the power of radio. It's not chaos yet. It's just friction, the kind that slows everything to a crawl until life itself feels stuck in a perpetual state of buffering. But here's the strange part. Amid the rising panic, something else appears. An impossible silence. You can hear birds singing over the usual city noise. At night, you can look up and see stars that the glare of 1,000,000 satellites had once drowned out. And for a brief, eerie moment, humanity feels unplugged, not from each other, but from the endless hum of distraction. The irony is that in losing our global connection, we remember what real connection is.
It's not bandwidth. It's not Wi-Fi. It is people. It is neighbors. It's the simple, profound reality of analog humanity. On the third day, the systems start choosing sides. Some networks begin to flicker back online, isolated pockets of signal blooming across regions, but others stay completely dark. Governments are forced to initiate the digital triage. First priority, hospitals, power grids, defense, and finance. Everything and everyone else has to wait. When the web finally returns, it doesn't come back cleanly. It's a ghost of its former self. Old data has vanished into the ether. Messages resend themselves in confusing, maddening loops. The machines themselves think they've been asleep for mere seconds, not days. The digital world blinks, and then it resumes acting as if nothing ever happened. But people don't.
People remember, because they've heard the quiet between the signals, and that changes everything. In 2025, cybersecurity experts revealed the truth behind this scenario. It was a simulation, a coordinated cyber attack drill they had nicknamed Net Winter. This wasn't fiction. It was a global stress test that quietly ran across multiple nations. The results were sobering. Within just 72 hours of a full-scale outage, 1 in 4 of the world's major cities would face total supply chain paralysis. The internet isn't a tool anymore. It's become the oxygen of our civilization. And we've never actually learned how to breathe without it. Maybe the lesson here isn't how to prepare to live without the internet, but how to live without assuming it will always be there. So back up your files, keep a paper map in your glove box, and learn your neighbor's name. Because one day, maybe not tomorrow, maybe not this decade, the web will blink. And for 72 hours, the world will remember what silence sounds like.